All right, the wall systems report is actually more refined than the regular systems. So what we can do here is see every type of wall, because really in the background, in the data aspect of Revit, every wall is a system. And what that means is that it can contain multiple things, whether those things are wall sweeps or even digging into a void into the wall, which is hard to see in 3D, but whether it's wall sweeps or whether it's things like the internals of curtain wall panels. So in this case, we have the curtain wall, then the curtain panel, the curtain wall mullion, and doors, or sometimes even windows. So there's a hierarchy inside of that system, and we can see what is contained in those hierarchies when we expand it here, and then we can see the name of the family and type all the way down to the Revit IDs of the individual panels in here. Now, if you copy pasted a list of properties, you'd be able to read the properties in here. We've actually kind of brought in a lot of properties. So what we're counting here is, first off, the number of systems. So in this case, is going to be the number of individual walls, which we can see here. Each one of these is a system. And then we have the number of elements, whether those are panels or mullions or curtain wall mullions and so forth, doors, windows. Then we see the area of all of these panels, as well as the length, width, and height, if those are available. So for example, we see that these system panels here have a width and a height. And when we drill down, we're going to see the individual panels width and height, but they do not have a length. And of course, they do have an area, and they each count as one element. One last thing about this report is you'll start seeing this little panel here, and you can copy it to other reports, called Combined Revit IDs. And if you copy this, what it's going to do is copy all of those Revit IDs that are selected. See how it adapts when you put more than one. Is going to put it in here, and it separates them with a comma. And what that means is you can go in Revit, and obviously this is not the same project, but if it was, you would go to the Manage tab, select by ID, paste your values here that you just copied. It's not finding them in this case, but if it did, it would select all of those walls. So you can then go and dig into the data directly inside of Revit just by using this tiny little weird table up here. All right, that's it for the wall systems. Let's move on. Cheers.